Monday night is fashion night, as you all know, where we look at the red carpet and we look at watches and style and we make fun of the celebrities because we can.
Hey, celebrities.
And as you'll notice this evening, we're missing probably the most important part, but hopefully we can keep you entertained anyway. Our most beautiful Michaela de Chatillon has to tend to some issues. Her friend who's feeling a little ill today, so she had to take care of that.
Our
So
crown jewel.
Yeah, she's not able to make it this evening, but we're going to talk about the Grammys that just took place last night. How are you, Dirk? What's going on, man?
I'm good. I watched the holdovers instead of watching the Grammy. So what I did was I watched the entire pre-show, which is a conversation all to itself.
Right.
But I did watch the entire thing this morning, fast forwarding through fashion awards, performances, etc. Because I have no tolerance whatsoever for Trevor Noah and his really crap comedy. So I just think that guy's so corny.
Did he present it?
He was the presenter last night.
Yeah. He's smart. He's good, but I'm like not interested.
I think he's the most milk toasty thing that there is. Yeah. And there's the queen of the night, much to Jay-Z's chagrin.
Right. I heard that Jay-Z said that shit. I mean, what's that about, really and truly now?
I'm going to call out one of our mutual friends.
Okay.
Rosalind, Rosalind McClure,
yes.
right?
Yes.
I love her Facebook page because she's so cunty, but she just goes, Jay-Z, sit the fuck down. He just alluded to the fact, can he be happy with his billion plus dollar portfolio? Instead, he gets up there and they've got their daughter on stage, and she's lovely, of course, and she's very young, and she just kind of didn't know what she was doing. But he gets up there and starts with his ridiculous faux locks, and he basically has to bring up the Beyonce thing, how Beyonce doesn't get enough credit. She has more Grammys than anyone in the world, yet she's never won Best Album because her albums are shite.
Also, what are you complaining about exactly? She has more Grammys than anyone else in the world. It's like she's had
John Williams has the most Grammys, I think, but maybe it's David Foster. Oh God, I have to look that up. As far as pop artist goes, I think it's distressing to find out that somebody like Beyonce, who is, in my opinion, a C+ artist. I mean, I understand that she speaks to people, but there's so much artifice involved in what she does. Yes, she's beautiful. Yes, she can sing. Yes, all those things. She's truly beautiful. I mean, she's astonishingly beautiful. But when you have 60 collaborators on one song, 6 producers. Do we need 6 producers on a song? Do we need 12 writers on a song that just goes, girls, we doing it, girls? I mean, that's the song. And there's like 6 writers, 12 producers. She should be thrilled with the accomplishment that she has, and he should be happy for her. But instead, and I like his pants too.
He gets up and whines. What the fuck? Why would you do that? By the way, a big shout out to the lads over there at That Watch Guy UK. It's a new show on a Monday night, and a bunch of very nice fellas over there chatting about watches and the watch world and the whole bit. Good old relaxed conversation on a Monday. I was guest this evening. And just going through the whole collecting thing, how it all began, blah blah blah. It was really nice, lovely fellas. That Watch Guy UK, $4.99. Thanks, guys. Lucian, thank you for joining us earlier tonight to talk some watches. Cheers. So, guys, go over and check out That Watch Guy UK. Let me put the link into the chat. It's a good new show. It's on an hour earlier than our show, so it's not overlapping, which is cool as well, not stepping on anyone's toes. And if you want to get your teeth into the watch stuff straight away on a Monday, this is a good place to start. There is the link, guys. Go over and give those fellas a sub. They are really cool, very relaxed chat. And thank you for having me, fellas. Yeah, I don't understand why he went on like this, but you know what? I don't get half of these people anyway. So listen, can I be honest? I never gave a fuck about the Grammys.
No, I know, and that's my roommate, to quote Timmy, we don't watch. We watched a movie instead of, because he refuses to sit through award shows, because he just said, and Trevor Noah is guilty more than anybody of blowing smoke up all their arses. So it was just so much smokery going up and down, and I just thought, listen, when you hear all this, and I wrote an open letter and I put it on the internet and all that stuff, and a lot of people went, yeah. But at the end of the day, there's still pitch correction going on. There's still tracks going on in these shows, and it's supposed to be a show. I know we're here for fashion and we're here for watches, and that's one thing. We could reiterate that on bashers and stuff. But however, it's just, last night was better than it's been in a while, for sure. It was tamer. There was less artifice going on. They had a very strange thing where they had it was kind of Golden Globesy, where the whole kind of bowl of the orchestra section was tables with people drinking booze and stuff.
Oh, right.
So that was new, which I didn't think was a bad idea. And
what are you wearing, by the way, just before we get into this heavily? Let me have a look at that. There you go. Milgauss, looking like the black one with no.
Yeah, it looks like the black one,
because of the green screen.
This is my fake Tom Ford shop behind me. Yeah,
I'm doing Seiko. This is the Manta Ray.
Beautiful.
Seiko, the SRP F77K1. I love this watch.
I love it too.
The dial on it is
it's a spectacular thing, huh?
Love crazy detail. See if this and there it is behind me. There you go. No, that's not it. Actually, that's a slightly different one. I thought it just made my life easier.
There it goes.
Yeah, nice, right?
That dial is reminiscent of Omega's last summer campaign a little bit, with the kind of blue burst.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. It's a lot darker, pale, more interesting, actually. Yeah. But I just figured I'd do a Seiko day. Let's take a look at these watches then.
Yeah, let's do it
and see what we got here. Let's start with we'll start with the big news. So Taylor Swift did a neck choker watch, just like Rihanna did last year or 6 months ago or whatever.
Bitch stole my look.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I was out all day. Then I had to do the thing with the Watch Guy UK fella, so I didn't get to read about what kind of watch this is. Let's see. Lorraine. A black diamond Lorraine Schwartz watch choker.
Is she the jeweler?
Black diamond Lorraine Schwartz would be the jeweler.
Art Deco style Concorde. They were hoping it was a Cartier. I thought it was a Cartier at first glance, and then I went, no, it isn't. So it looks like to be some kind of custom job. It's a jeweler's watch, probably with the jeweler's name on it. But, listen, if that's what Rihanna started as a new fashion trend, that's kind of cute. I think it looks good.
I think she's doing it better than Rihanna did it. I think Rihanna's was a little bit crass.
Yeah, that's the word I was going to say, crass.
The Jacob & Co. Big fat Jacob & Co. with diamonds all over it. This is a diamond necklace I think it's a little bit more tasteful, honestly, the way she did it.
I like her whole ode to Audrey Hepburn with the opera gloves and the sateen cut on the bias dress. I think it was a modern take on the Audrey Hepburn aesthetic. I liked it a lot. I think she looks beautiful. As you know, I'm not her biggest fan. However, I think she always shows up to impress. She's a tall, statuesque woman. The gloves as an accessory are just to die for. What would have been perfect. And I wish Michaela was here right now and we miss you, Michaela. What the ultimate accessory for black opera gloves is a diamond bracelet. It would have been
yes, absolutely.
It
I
would
was
have been
gonna say,
perfection.
why does that work so well? Why does a diamond bracelet
Because it's
hanging
classic
around?
Hollywood.
See
It's
what,
just
like right
classic.
there on the
It's
wrist?
Marilyn. Yeah, right there. Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe, all the sirens, Betty Davis. They all wore opera sleeves with opera gloves with a beautiful diamond bracelet. It would have been a perfect thing. But listen, she beats to her own drum. She's just bedazzled in diamonds. I mean, she must have a couple of $1 million worth of diamonds there, and she
There's no,
doesn't have to borrow them.
there's no way she didn't think she was coming home with a couple of Grammys. I mean,
Sure.
she arrived at that going, okay, I know I'm the fucking queen this year, so let me just fucking lean into it. Right?
When has she not been the queen?
She's been winning a lot of fucking Grammys, but you might be looking at the end of it for now. I mean, it may have peaked this year. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I mean, she can't hog it all year, every year. She's not Meryl Streep.
People think she is, though. I'm not, as you know, I'm not a giant fan of her. Like, I think she's fine, but I don't see what the hub. It's like Beyonce and Dillip. Just so you know, this is not the show where we normally put up everybody's chats and make a comment about my comment and your comment and comment. I didn't say Beyonce was a C+ singer. I said she's a C+ artist. Now, I think that Taylor Swift is a C- singer, but I think she's an A+ artist.
Well, yeah, that's very accurate. I would agree, and I like Taylor's stuff. I like that new record, Midnight. And I would agree with you. It's not. This is not a Voice of Angels. This is not Aretha Franklin.
No,
but her talents lie
elsewhere.
Can I ask you something about the style here? See the way this kind of curves up here into this kind of horn shape. Is there a name for that? Is that a thing? Is there some sort of brace under there or a belt under there? Or
no, it's either tied in the back or it's sewn in the back. And this is just draping. This is, one of the first things that when people go to fashion school, which I didn't go to, of course, there are classes on draping. You will actually spend an hour and 45 minutes on how to drape on the human form. You have those forms in every seamstress has one, and you'll take a swath of fabric, bolts and bolts and bolts of fabric, and you will start to learn how to drape. You'll learn how to cut on the bias, which is a diagonal cut. There are so many different variables for this, and this can be done in a variety of ways, but you see it's also bunted. As you see, all of the drapery is bunting as it goes up. It's all different layers. So I would imagine that is sewn perfectly to drape, for her curves, of which she has incredible hips, by the way.
She does. I was about to say she was more straight.
Not now. She's grown into it because she is really.
I keep saying this woman gets more attractive as she gets older. I have to say.
I agree. I think she just looked like a hayseed before. And now she's real. Well, listen, custom couture and a lot of money and jewels do a lot of things, but I think she's grown into her looks. So it's like
she's
men.
Just maturing really
well. Yeah.
I think her early 30s are her peak. Michaela was mentioning last night when we were chatting on text that she's over the hair. She doesn't like what she's been doing with her hair. It's all flat, straight down on her head. It looks like she was caught in the rain, right?
Well, I always call that. I wouldn't exactly call this wet dog because there is a style there.
No, wet dog is different. Wet dog
is different. This is a little bit 40. This is a combination of 20s, roaring 20s, and 40s Hollywood. So this is an intentional look. She's got clips in the side over her ear. You could see that to keep that off the side of her face. She's going for a little bit of a kind of a sloppy Veronica Lake look with the fringe to the bangs there. I thought the one thing that I thought was the color of her hair was extremely drab last night. It doesn't match all the other glitter. She got beautiful eyes, always with her signature ruby red lipstick, the ridiculous jewelry, the couture. I just thought that the hair it looks like they ran out of time because
now I'm going to say, sorry. Do you have more thoughts on the hair? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, if you look at the ends of her hair, it looks really super dry. Like they didn't brush it out, put some product in it. There's no shine. It's very flat.
Okay.
It's very flat and wispy. And, 5 minutes under a blow dryer with the right product, and you could make that hair look like it just grew out of her head. There's great techniques.
Now, I'm going to say something else Taylor Swift is full of imagery and symbolism everywhere. She likes to leave little cues everywhere. Okay. For her fans. She says little things or posts little Instagrams with like a photo of her cat next to a number or something like that. And all her fans go, "Oh my God, she's talking about that song," right? She does all of this little shit. It's not super cryptic, but for the 12-year-old girls, it probably counts as cryptic. Okay. And she's all about the number 13. That's her favorite number. And she goes on about how her 13th song and her 13 this and her 13 that, right? And I guess the album that won last night was a 13th record or a 13th release or something like that, it's all lining up. Okay. So you see where I'm going. The name of that album is called Midnight. Look at the time on the watch. Now, no one said this. I didn't read this anywhere. As I said, I didn't even know which watch it was. I wasn't doing it. But as you were talking about her hair, I was looking at the time. It said to midnight. She's here to take her award for her record called Midnight.
Wow.
I wonder if the Swifties already picked up on that.
Of course they did.
Yeah, of course they did. There's no way I got ahead of the Swifties on that one.
No, there's no way.
There's the symbolism. Now I like it even more because, looks for looks' sake is one thing. Looks with symbolism behind it is a whole other level. She's wearing a choker with the time midnight on her neck so people can read midnight. And she's here to represent her album Midnight. That's fucking cool. Why did Rihanna wear a choker? Just to be badass.
Right.
Nothing else, right?
She is a badass,
Yeah.
There's also a lot of misinformation that drives me crazy about Rihanna, other than her being really rich because of her Fenty line and all that stuff. They say she's sold like 300 million records. The truth of the matter is it's 320 digital streams. They don't say that on her Wikipedia page. Now, Taylor Swift moves ridiculous amounts of product.
Right.
I mean, hard sales. Those kids, those Swifties, they buy everything she puts out. Everything.
Do you know who this Luke Combs guy is?
Sure. He's a country artist. He's a new crop of heavyset country guys. Backwoods, real kind of super country. But not with that watch.
No, that watch, Little Lange 1, 20th anniversary. This is get to the point, guys, here in the thing. Smaller version. It's the Little Lange 1, because the Lange 1, of course, is very famous. A Lange und Sonne, in case anyone doesn't know. It's the Lange 1, but it's the little version with diamonds in the bezel, white metal case, a dark dial, white date disc that narrows down what it could be substantially. It looks like the dial has Goucher, which makes it the reference 81063. Very interesting. Country music and Lange. Who would have thought? Yeah, I know. How do you mix those two? Country music. What is there a country music watch? I mean, what watch works?
You mean like how all the guitar players don't play American guitars? They play Japanese guitars, which I find to be crazy. Really crazy. They all play Takamine or Takamine, however you like to say it. I know that everybody, it's like Omega. All the country guys all play tax. Meanwhile, what guitars are made in Nashville, Tennessee? Gibson. So no, I don't think that there's an official watch in the country world. Listen, country for the better part of the last 25 years has been about the ultimate in glamour. You have all these, it's crossed over ever since Garth Brooks and Shania Twain, the king and queen of pop country. Both of those artists kind of brought it to the forefront. And while it might be taking a backseat to whatever you would call today's generation of pop, it's no longer hip hop. It's got hip hop elements. It's got EDM elements. It's got country elements. But you have, Kelsey Ballerini, and you have all these artists who are on the pop charts, but they started in country, and they're wearing Balenciaga. They're wearing Givenchy. Now you have Luke Combs, whose breakout song this year, his big pop breakthrough, is Fast Car with Tracy Chapman.
Oh, right.
And she performed it with him last night.
Yes, I heard her voice is just the same as it used to be.
Untouched. And she looks exactly the same. It's like they just pulled her out of a vault. She was sublime. She was so good.
That's
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that song. Well, this watch looks a bit small on his huge,
He's a
enormous
big
wrist.
boy.
Yeah.
And he's with a bunch. He's got a friend named Jelly Roll. And they were like, wearing their plus size custom made tuxedos. And they're big boys. They're big country boys. It's not about, Tim McGraw being ripped and handsome and all that stuff. Now it's about, Amish beards, because this guy's wearing like his name would be like Zachariah if he was in the Pennsylvania country.
Mm-hmm.
He looks Amish, with the no mustache or
Yeah.
the Abe Lincoln kind of beard. And they're all about drinking fine shit. It's not about beer, Bud Light anymore. It's about French champagne, Lange and Zona. I got me a Lange and Zona. What do you think about that? I'm not wearing my Timex anymore. I got Lange and Zona. This is called the One, but it looks like it's about a lady's watch on my big wrist.
I did not know that Tracy Chapman was on last night. I'm so delighted to see that she's back onto the scene. Original OC, great to see you in the room. There was a massive positive reaction to Tracy Chapman last night. Standing ovation when she appeared. Impressive for basically a one-hit wonder. Yeah, she only had one. She had there was another song, but it wasn't as big. No,
there was, and God, I don't remember it. But listen, Fast Car was
a revolution. Maybe was it a revolution? We're talking about revolution.
Oh yeah, I think that is it.
Yeah.
Well, there are songs that come along, like 99 Luftballons and all those songs. People
one hit wonder.
Yeah, one hit wonder.
Having one hit wonder is better than having no hit.
I would have taken half of that one hit wonder.
So this is Victoria Monet with a Bulgari Serpenti. The Serpenti man is cleaning up,
and that's her whole theme. Look at her! Look at her neck choker! Look at that thing.
Oh yeah, she went with the
beautiful.
Yeah,
she's all Serpenti as well.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell she is. I have no idea whatsoever. She's obviously an R&B artist. Her song is called Jaguar 2. She won 3 Grammy Awards, and she looks lovely. I mean, her hair and makeup is
stunning.
Perfection. Her skin is. I mean, my God, could she have more beautiful skin tone, beautiful teeth, beautiful lipstick? I mean, that just one big long strand of hair in front of her face, and this.
I love that. I love that.
It's so beautiful. And look at the color of it. How it starts out. That's called
dark
ombre. When you see the girls that have the dark roots and it slowly gets lighter and lighter, that's called ombre, and that just looks gorgeous on her. Necklace is beautiful. I'm assuming this is all Bulgari. I'm assuming.
Yeah, why mix it? I'm assuming the earrings and everything go with that. That is definitely the Serpenti. Fits her neck perfectly. I wonder, can you adjust that? Does it go up depending on the size of your neck? Probably not. I'm just wondering about it. There, of course, it looks like a combo of rose gold and diamonds Serpenti. That's just fucking hanging like a boss off
mind blown. And it just looks like a gigantic cluster of diamonds underneath.
Yes, like what the hell?
And I never heard her in my life.
I'm kind of in love though. I mean, look at that. Look at those eyes.
She's gorgeous.
This is what women who get lip filler want.
Right. She
just has it. Ugh.
Yeah, she's great. Beautiful.
It's a stunning looking woman. Wow.
I wonder if they dyed her hair that color, if that's a spray, because you can get the different sprays. Because the whole outfit, because she's wearing, like, if you look at it, it looks almost like a copper dress. Yeah. It's just beautifully. Everything just is going so well together.
This is great as well. The 3 Grammys together. This is something you see a lot, like the piles of Grammys, like they're holding their pile of Grammys. You saw the Adele one there years ago for her 21 album. She had like 8 Grammys all stacked.
I remember Mariah Carey when she won for, when her debut record came out, she won a whole slew of them. And then the next big one after that was, who was it? The other one, Ravi Shankar's daughter, forgive me with my name problem. Nora Jones, who swept the Grammys at one point. That's the problem with the Grammys, though. So many sweeps. I mean, it just gets so predictable after a while. Have you heard of this group, super group called Boy Genius? It's all these lesbian artists that got together, like Phoebe Bridgers and her cronies, and they have this kind of music, and it's good. It's actually really good stuff. But they were winning everything. just in their category, which
Really?
is like best alternative ladies who like ladies. I don't know what the category was, but
So this
this
is
guy's
Jon
just an
Batiste.
alien. Yeah, he's an alien.
This is the guy who played piano on, was it
Colbert.
Stephen Colbert? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's gone out on his own. He's left that show now. He's making a
He
whole
has.
career for himself, correct?
Mhm. He won a slew of Grammys last year. He won Album of the Year last year for a record that most people have not heard. He had that one kind of Pepsi Cola anthem song. He's a very eccentric kind of fella, but tonight he's wearing Vacheron.
He's wearing, gem set overseas tourbillon in white gold.
Wow.
This is the watch here.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sick. Gotta say. I mean, Christ.
Oh, man.
Beautiful. I mean, listen, I don't mind that it's gem set. Not in that way. That's nice.
That's so unassuming. It's just you'd have to look twice to realize that.
Well, it's because the center of the show is not the diamonds; it's
Right.
the fucking tourbillon. You know, they're not adding diamonds just to kind of beef it up from being a plain watch. It's just extra framing of that beautiful dial and tourbillon. It's a pretty sick watch.
That's crazy. It's beautiful, and that bracelet, boy. And then his outfit, which is, this is a very playful guy. He's he's very interesting. This is a guy that got into Juilliard very, very young. He's a
genius.
Prodigy. He's a musician. Yeah. He's also spectrum-y. He's definitely not of this earth. The guy's,
right.
He's in conversation. He's very odd. But I'm kind of diggling.
He's wearing some heels there. Is he short?
No, he's not. He's a tall guy. Those are Cuban heels. You haven't seen them since 1970. That was the official shoe of the rock star, by the way, in like the 70s. Richie Blackmore and all the lead guitar players, every Rod Stewart, they all wore Cuban heels. And he's got this kind of slightly flared metallic thread military kilt. Yeah, it's like
a kilt.
The jacket he's wearing trousers, but he also has a kilt attached to what is basically a military jacket. It's an interesting look. I mean, it's the Grammys, it's not the Oscars, so there's a lot more playfulness to be had and allowed.
Right.
And I don't hate it. I think it fits who he is as an artist. He's got the Major League Baseball player necklace on, which I can't stand. All the Major League Baseball players, usually it's gold. Here in this particular, that's probably diamonds and platinum. I can't see, can't get in closer than that. But
no.
If you were any of you baseball fans out there, as I am a big baseball fan, all the pitchers all have this big gold chain or a big silver chain around their neck, and I think he's going for that. His makeup is a little heavy. He's got a lot of matte makeup on. I don't know if his skin is weird or whatever, but he could have used a bit of glistening there. He looks very matted out. Kind of looks like he used Blur Tool in Photoshop, or maybe somebody did.
Maybe somebody did already. I gotta say, I'm just chuffed that he went for such an interesting watch.
Yeah,
he could have gone Rolex so easily, or something kind of
RM.
silly, or RM. Yeah, he could have just jumped on the RM.
But he's got taste.
Bandwagon. Yeah.
Listen, if he's going to go to the extreme of having this, obviously one of a kind outfit made for him, he's obviously going to go for a timepiece too. He's got an eye for something, and that watch is, whoosh. That's the winner so far.
60 baguettes in the bezels, 42.5 millimeter white gold case. Yeah, so far that's the best watch.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Let's move on.
I don't love diamonds nor tourbillons, but I'd take that.
You don't like a tourbillon?
No, I get creeped out by them. They look like beating hearts to me. I get a little freaked out.
Oh.
A little freaky.
What's going on here? Who are these?
Not
Michael Trotter.
Michael Trotter, right? And I guess is that his wife? He's wearing an Oris. Wow, that's shooting for the third floor.
Oris, there's a lot of respect for Oris.
No, I know, but it's like you're at the Grammys, you're at the Oscars. You wouldn't think somebody would go for Oris, but there it is.
Maybe they're paying him.
Oh, they're paying him. I mean, he looks like an electric cantaloupe, and she looks, with her fishtail dress. Listen, ladies, if you're gonna wear fishtails were designed for women who have curves. And yes, Taylor Swift doesn't have curves per se, but she's curvier than she was. Let's reiterate. I'm just side reading.
Okay.
This is a pure fishtail dress, and it's adorned at the lowest hem.
Yes.
This is tailored all wrong for her body style. It needs to be completely redone. She's too big a gal to be wearing that dress. It's way too done. The bosom is absolutely incorrect. It makes her breast. She's got very large bosom. It should have been cupping at least the top 2/3 to give her that beautiful cleavage, which it can do. And she's got the, off the cuff, off the shoulder, draping. Yeah, these two just look like an ad for a wedding in South Jamaica, Queens.
He should have worn black. Why didn't he wear black?
I don't know.
Why do you go for what is that, lime green? Or
it's not even. It's like electric. I don't know what it is. It's horrible. But
whatever.
He's got a bolo on, the biggest. Oh God, when Western people wear bolos, I just want to scream.
Is that what that is?
That's called the bolo.
I didn't even know.
Bolo is like 2 strings with usually some kind of like wild horns or some kind of critter's head on there. Because you're from the Double R Ranch, and that's my insignia. And I'm going. I reckon we're going down to Bobby Joe and June's wedding. Have you seen June the bride? I got my bolo. My boys have our bolos from our ranch. It's hopefully it's a bygone thing. I don't know why anybody thinks that's cool, but it is a Western style suit he's wearing, because if you look at the
look at this
position, it's very what you'd see something on the Grand Ole Opry in the 50s.
Can I say something? I think the Oris is out of place.
Yeah, it doesn't match in any way.
It looks like a green dial Oris, but it's not the same kind of green.
No.
Meh. I don't know if that suits that.
This looks like Slime from Ghostbusters.
He should have gone for something with a leather strap. A fucking Tudor would have worked better on in that situation, or just something with a leather strap and a 3-hander, like something dressier. I don't think the Oris Diver works with what I'm looking at right there.
Yeah, this whole thing is just not working.
Okay, let's move on. Apparently they were singing really well together. Sony in the chat said.
What do they do? What is their style? Are they gospel?
I didn't watch any of this show, and even if I had it on my TV, which I wouldn't have.
Let's see what they say.
I wouldn't watch it.
Go up there, Michael Trotter. Doesn't say, but okay, whatever.
Well, it's a hoodinky, website. So Travis Scott. Now, we spoke about his AP. Okay. The Travis Scott release. He isn't wearing that though. He's wearing something else. He's wearing probably, what the hell is he wearing? He better be wearing brown ceramic royal. Hold on. Oh, he put a rainbow gem set in it. That's what it is.
Well, so this is his Travis Scott do.
Yeah, this is his new brown AP dedicated to him that we just spoke about last week.
Yeah,
but he put a rainbow bezel in it. I see. Just to make it more.
I mean, this just looks like Rollerball gone mad. I don't understand what this guy does. It's not for me. His music is just horrible to me, but his look is costumery. So, when you're wearing something like an Audemars Piguet and then you bastardize it with, custom mod, I'm not into modding that. Seiko's okay. Mod your Seiko's. But when you start modding Audemars Piguet, I just don't understand it.
I can only think that this guy thought to himself, well, other people now are buying this watch, which means mine ain't special anymore. So I want to make it extra special. So stick in a rainbow. You probably saw the Rolex Daytona with the rainbow bezel and went, well, I like that look. Can you add that on top? Which I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see a high quality photo of the watch, but from the looks of it here, it doesn't look like anything I'm into.
I don't get what this guy does. I mean, all that money and no style. Shame on you, everybody who buy his records. Okay, here you go.
So this is Jack Antonoff. I saw him live with Lord about 5 years ago in New York. And he was fucking hilarious and a brilliant, brilliant guy. And He is wearing a tank. I think it's over here on one of these other pages. Keeping it simple. He's a very he's an excellent producer. He works with Taylor Swift. He works with them all.
Works with them all. He works
does.
with Lana.
He works with Lana. He's kind of the genius behind a lot of the productions going on. The Tank Louis Cartier. Nice,
Question.
simple.
Not knowing Taylor's discography as well as say you might.
I don't know her discography.
Did she just recently start working with him? Because I noticed that, when she shifted styles in a major way, then I see him associated with her. I know he's worked with Lana and a bunch of other artists.
Yeah, once she got a bit more pop, he wasn't involved in the country stuff because he can't do country. He's really good with kind of simple pop. Yeah.
Meanwhile, he looks like a banker.
Yeah. He was really great with the audience because Lord had just turned down a show in occupied Palestine. And, because of the controversy of that. And then there were some fucking hecklers up front who came to the show and started heckling her over it. And he was there at the back. He's like, "Oh, stop it, that fucking shit." He went off at them, but like in the coolest way, and everyone was laughing.
Is he British?
No, he's from New York, I
believe.
He's from New York. Okay. I wasn't impersonating his accent.
Oh, I thought you were. I was like, I didn't know you.
But he was so in control and such a mature fella and clearly a brilliant musical mind. And you know what I think it is? I think he's just really chill in the studio. He's just easy to work with. A lot of these women work with him because he's not going to be weird with them. I don't think he hits on any of them. I don't think he's had relationships or affairs with any of them. He's just like your chill best friend who, you can cry on his shoulder, and he'll also come up with a great idea for a lyric, and he'll give you those positive vibes in the studio to keep you going, because every artist doubts themselves at some point, especially as they're writing.
Except Beyonce.
Except Beyonce, she's not doubting herself at all. She's doubting the legitimacy.
She's doubting you.
And
you.
Yeah, exactly. And then calling her husband going, "Am I right?"
Yeah, I saw her going like this.
What did she do?
She was like, yes. While he's spewing that garbage, she's going.
She's gone. God damn it.
For that reason alone.
God damn it.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is, of course, 18 karat rose gold, beautiful, silver dial, black Roman numerals, blue steel hands, which of course we all know those hands are not colored blue. They haven't been painted. They're just fired. Yeah, tempered blue. It's a temperature thing. Beaded crown set sapphire, cabochon. Cabochon and brown alligator strap. It's about 13 grand. I think it's pretty classy.
I mean, if you're gonna get a square watch, that's the one you want. Unless you're getting a reverso. I mean, that's just. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Cartier tank. You just cannot.
So this is the big news of the evening, and everyone's going nuts about it. I don't know who Maluma is. I'm sorry.
Maluma is one of those generic Latin artists that they've got their own category at the Grammys and their own Grammy Awards to boot too. Yeah. And he's just, it's all that bachata beat. Every single thing you've heard coming out of a car that makes you want to put a bullet into your head. That's who he is as an artist. Maluma.
Is it reggaeton? Does he do reggaeton?
It's the reggaeton. It's bachata. It's all that shit. And it's like he did a duet with Madonna, and it was embarrassing because she's like, dirty old lady sexing him up. It was her comeback single from her Madam X record, and they were like, madly in love and riding horses, and it's like, oh wow, he brought his grandmother. That's nice.
So he was wearing Dolce & Gabbana, and of course he wore the Jacob & Co. Astronomia Tourbillon. This is a really famous watch. There are lots of different versions of it. The first time I ever saw one of these, it was producer Michael had one.
Yeah.
And
It looks like a lady's watch. I'm sorry, kids.
it's wild, wild, wild. I mean, it's an enormous piece of sapphire. The entire case is a big lump of sapphire all the way around. I mean, you break this thing or you crack it, it's going to cost you a lot of money to get it fixed.
I'm sure you
And it's a tourbillon, and the whole thing turns around. It's the astronomy. You get a little planet Earth moving around.
Yeah.
You put that thing on time lapse, and it's kind of amazing the way the whole thing spins. I think they're about $1 million, these watches. And it's the news right now because it doesn't match anything. Mind you, I think he put on some colors, some caps there.
He's got some ice in his teeth.
Yeah. And I think he's kind of matching. He's got a ruby right there, and he's matching it with the rubies on the watch. I don't know if he did that. He's got
beautiful teeth. He shouldn't have done that because the rest of
he's a good-looking guy, right?
Well, he's a great-looking guy with impeccable style. He's a beautiful man. That tuxedo that's a double-breasted, double lapel. This is something you don't see. He's got very, very big shoulder pad, but that is. I mean, it almost looks like he's Ace Frehley in Kiss. It's a little space age looking, but he's a beautiful guy. He could be a model. He's great looking. His hair looks incredible. Please stop getting hand and face tattoos, people. It's tired and it's a trend that needs to stop.
The doodles.
Stop it with the doodles on the hands and the face. Never on the face. Never on the face. And what is he wearing?
Is that an in-ear thing with diamonds?
It looks like his Apple AirPods have diamonds on them. Those are AirPods.
Oh, for God's sake.
I mean, I don't know what to do with my money.
Right.
And he's got the big giant butterfly. That's an Elliot Gould in 1970 at the Oscars. That's,
Chris Negroni, reggaeton and bachata are completely different things. It's blasphemous. I'm aware of that. But
they both suck, though.
Dirk doesn't know reggaeton.
Yeah, Dirk knows reggaeton.
Yeah. Not quite. So the accents don't. That's reggaeton.
Yeah.
Bachata is a different thing, yes, but they come from the same world, or they're certainly. When
they're
Emma
both
played with they're both shy. When Emma played with Enrique, he had to do a lot of bachata and a lot of reggaeton.
Yeah, reggaeton is just that beat that comes out of the car is and it's the same drum loop too. It's just horrible.
Oh my God, reggaeton! I tried to work with a reggaeton artist a few years back, 4 or 5 years back, and it was fucking impossible. I mean, the guy was brilliant at what he did and everything, but I just had to leave. I just stood up in the studio. I was like, I'm sorry, I have to go before I stab myself in the eye with a fucking pencil. Yeah, that's it. It's the beat they've all been. That's banned in Cuba now. The Cubans banned reggaeton.
It should be, and it's always somebody
fucking ruining music.
Sloppy talking about. I want to tell you a story about a female. It's boring.
Mr. Badgas 499. Thanks, man. We need some sound effects like flushing of the toilet. Maybe I'll think about getting some sound effects for the show. Anyway, look, $1 million watch, very extra, very over the top.
Yeah,
showing the money big time. Not a watch that matches with anything unless you're ready to put some rubies on your fucking teeth. Yeah. And
I don't like anything Jacob and Company does. I just think what they do is just crass, and I mean, it does look like some kind of fish tank to me, or a terrarium, or just. But I mean, listen, there's incredible. It all looks like it's floating in outer space. So in a way, it almost looks like a 3D diagram.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's probably very interesting to get a loop in on the thing. Sure, and, I've seen time lapses of it. And it is amazing. Like the planet Earth spins around, and this, I guess, is the moon on the other side, and it's a solid diamond. And this tourbillon is on a tourbillon thing, so it's a tourbillon inside a tourbillon. Blah 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 blah. Can you read the time? Sure. There are the hands right there.
Yeah, 10:11. Looks good. You can read the time. That's one thing. Listen, you all have an iPhone in your pocket anyway.
Sure.
Not about the time.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to get to John Legend because I think he's a legend for wearing this. First of all, I think he's dressed pretty well. I'm not sure about this necktie thing, but he looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a chillax kind of guy.
But he wore a fucking nice black AP. Like, I would wear that.
Yeah. It's just, do they make that model, or is that one of those?
No, they make it. They
do.
They're a lot of money.
What is that? Was that anodized?
I don't know.
Create that black.
No, I think it's ceramic, the whole watch.
Oh, the whole watch is ceramic.
Yeah, let me see if Hodinkee have him featured here. No, he's not anywhere. No, I guess not. I just think that's really fucking cool, man. Just like wear a cool brand, like the Vacheron from earlier. It's just like wear something fucking nice, high level, and you don't have to push it too hard. I guess John Legend at this point is a bit of a legend. He doesn't have to prove anything to anyone.
He's another guy that had a fistful of Grammys a couple of years in a row, you know?
That's right.
Listen,
that's
he's,
right.
You know, there's nothing
Is his
about
wife
this
not persona non grata now?
I think she's been.
Wasn't she kicked out of the? She was cancelled. No,
she was canceled twice.
Right. For bullying other models.
Yeah, for bullying. Yeah. She looks great there. She looks like she's got very slim. Listen, this guy does not bother me in any way. He writes very pretty songs. He's a wonderful singer. I didn't hate him as Jesus and Jesus Christ Superstar. You know, he doesn't bother me. I think he's a very nice pop star, and he seems like a terrifically nice guy. He's got a very, very basic, heavily slacked pair of trousers on. These are very loose, almost like pajama bottoms, with a very kind of unstructured jacket with a sateen kind of sash scarf, and you know, he's just relaxing, like he's in the studio or at a club, and that's fine. That's what the Grammys kind of is now. It's just a club. You don't have to wear a tuxedo when people are looking like space aliens, you know.
So he's got black Grand Tapisserie dial and pink gold accents, which is lovely, like the bolts.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Everything. Yeah, it's really nice. And rose gold, not fucking pink gold. 53 grand. That's a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. I thought they were well over 100. There are other ceramic Royal Oaks. There's a white one. There's a blue one, kind of electric blue one. And I don't like either of them. I know little redhead, what's his name, wears a white one.
Eddie Redmayne? Or
no, singer. Whatever. We saw him earlier.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, thank you. He wears the white one. Looks shit.
I hate that watch.
Yeah. This one, out of all the ceramics I've seen, I think this black one is one I'd fucking go for sure.
So that watch is all ceramic. So what happens if you drop that thing?
It smashes into tiny pieces.
I would imagine.
But it won't scratch. You can't scratch the watch. But if it somehow falls on a hard surface, it might shatter like
ceramic.
The T1 like ceramic, like the T1000 at the end of Terminator 2. It might just shatter into all these little glassy pieces.
But they won't all come back together in liquid form. And
exactly, yes. Let's see if we can find this guy, Noah Khan.
Oh, my friend Mimi's was talking. She said Noah Khan 50 times yesterday because she loves this guy as an artist. He came with his mother.
That's nice.
He looks like a little boy, all dressed up for like his bar mitzvah. You know, I mean, he looks so cute here. I listened to
He's
one of his songs.
Wearing like a deep navy blue with black.
Yeah, which is always no, it's fine. Black and blue accents in a formal wear have always been brothers in arms. Usually you'll find the black on the lapel, and generally the jacket will be blue, or the blue trousers with the black stripe. But this is a play on words here. He's got he's got no belt on. That's really distressing to me because I don't see any. There's no, and I can see his zipper. That's a sin. But I really like the shawl collar, and I just think he showed up with his mom, and he seems wonderful. He's a little bit meow meow musically for me. Sorry, meme, but he's a little froggy in the sound. But he seems to be a very nice guy. He does kind of like a folky acoustic pop rock, I guess you'd call it. It's milk toasty, but it's good. And he seems like a lovely, lovely guy, and he's really cute too. He's got a nice smile, and he showed up with his mom, and that's everything for me. So I'm like, all right, he brought his mom. Everyone should bring their mom.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful when they do that. This is a bi-tempo Luminar, so it would appear to be a GMT, but it's actually just 2 time zones, which is different to GMT. GMT is a 24-hour hand. Nice, probably fucking looks perfect on bigger. It looks like a bigger fella from
Yeah,
here.
he's kind of a bigger kind of guy. Well, of course,
Yeah.
that watch is beautiful, and I absolutely love that by Tempo hand. That arrow is great. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a very attractive watch, and it would look good with this. I just wish he wore a belt. Oh Jesus! Also, well, what did we talk about? Collars. We talked about collars a couple weeks back. That collar's too
Yes.
big. It's hanging too low. The collar should never be a V. It should just stop. It should just stop. And it's being pulled down, so it almost creates like a V there. So it's
Right.
it's ill fitted, but like I said, he looks like a little boy got dressed up for his bar mitzvah. Very cute.
Nice.
Watch is great.
Nice.
That strap is everything. Oof. Those fat lugs and that strap, beautiful.
Yeah, it's post 1940 design on the
Beautiful.
lugs. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Busta Rhymes. He's been around. He's an old school fella.
He's
right?
OG. He's OG.
Yeah, definitely. Wearing a watch that I would expect him to wear. Big offshore brick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, on the rubber, which I think is the smarter thing to do. Otherwise, you're walking around with 300 grams on your wrist.
Ouch.
The offshore chronograph, distinguished with 42 millimeter rose gold case and the matching pink mega tapisserie dial. See, that's the difference there. That's the mega tapisserie.
That's the big one, yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer the smaller ones.
Yeah, there's
more
petite
detail.
And there's petite on the women's ones, and then grand is the famous one. The mega looks kind of like it's like the grenade dial or something on the Seikos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, looks fucking great on him. That's a perfect watch for him. I would rock that watch. I'd wear that.
You would?
Yeah. Big fucking rose gold offshore.
Yours is nicer than that. I think that just looks a little like, I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love that. The what is it called? The mega tapisserie. What is it called?
Mega. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love it. And listen, he's got a classic kind of moire jacket, silk sateen moire jacket with a black shawl collar. Very Vegas, very late 60s, early 70s wedding affair. Once again, another guy with an ill-fitting collar. But the jacket is a bit short, just a wee bit, almost looks like a waiter's jacket when it's short like that. I would add added about 2-3 inches to the length of that jacket. But this was very big style in the late 70s, like when women wore royal blue dresses, and they were wearing moire jackets. And it's probably unvented. I'd like to see more of this outfit to see if he's wearing black trousers, like straight black trousers. But yeah, I'm listening. He's the OG. I'm not going to mess with him, Busta Rhymes, because he was there before everybody. He was certainly there before Jay-Z.
Yes, he certainly was. I think that's about it. That's all the news that went on. I think this is the big one for me. It's just like,
oh sure,
that's so fucking cool that she had that idea to wear the choker. I think it's given her a bit of a rash on her neck.
Does look like that.
Scraping off her neck, her Adam's apple there.
She's allergic to platinum.
And there's probably something going on.
The back of that is probably platinum.
Why did she set it at 1 minute to midnight? You see, this is what the Swifties will be looking for. They'll be like, it's not.
Wasn't it at midnight before? Oh no, it wasn't. It's just look at it. It's 11:59.
11:50.
She's just fucking with the kids, with the Swifties.
She's messing with us all.
That's what she's doing. I like how he says she's messing with us all.
Yeah, I'm a Swiftie.
That's crazy.
I mean, not a big one, but
I mean, I want you to like grab a drink, put a pair of headphones on, and sit back and listen to her.
No, I won't listen to her headphones. I'll put on her record like when I'm in the shower in the morning, or maybe cooking some food or something. Sometimes I'll slap on a little bit of Swift. And there's an extra thing though. Most Swifties are little girls, and they just love her and her ideas. I'm a hot-blooded, red-blooded male looking at this thing with fucking 11-foot long legs. So I have an extra. There's an extra.
Does that color your opinion on art? Because it never has for me.
It's not on art. No.
I'm just saying. Like, do you like?
Art.
Did you ever lust after a girl to so much where you like? Yeah, like I'm gonna watch all her movies. I'm gonna go to her gallery show. Like, does it influence how you feel about their art as well, or no?
Dude, I could watch a movie that's shit, but there's a lot of cool watches in it. Okay.
Sure, we
Doesn't
do
mean
that.
the
We
movie's
do that
great.
all the time.
We do that all the time. Okay. It doesn't make the movie good, but at least the
No.
watches saved me and got me through the movie. I can go to a gig of a shit songs, but if the drummer is amazing, I'll sit and watch the drummer and just enjoy his drumming, or the keyboard player, or whatever, or just even the technique of the singer, and ignore the fact that the lyrics are shit. Give me something to focus on.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Agree.
It's like you just focus on a certain thing. Can I use the last 5 minutes of the show to do something slightly different? I just want to pull up
Sure.
Lydia's photos
Oh,
here.
fantastic. Yeah, they're gorgeous. I love them.
So guys, I'm just gonna I like to promote micro brands every now and then. Why not? And they pay me too, so that helps. And this is a nice, elegant micro brand, Sun Air watches from Sweden. They're very, very cheap. It's low end stuff. It's not, it's not something.
They look good.
They look nice. They're very nice. And if you don't have a dress watch and you want something kind of Cartier-ish, and you don't have the money for a Cartier, it's a good idea. Anyway, they sent me a bunch of their watches, and 2 of them were far too small for me. So I sent them over to my daughter, Lydia, who lives in Milan. I said, hey, can you take a few photos of those watches, maybe on your wrist or on a friend's wrist? Well, she sent me the photos yesterday, and these came through. This is a model that she works with a lot. And these photos came through. First of all, that's the Galleria in the background, the perfect fucking place to do it. And these,
there's a hotel in there, like where that balcony is.
There's 2. I stayed in one of them last time.
Did?
There.
Oh,
yeah. Well, there's one right in the center, the octagon.
Yeah,
I didn't stay in that one. It's actually surprisingly affordable.
Really?
It's like 500 a night, but it's in the middle of the Galleria. You'd expect it to be 5,000.
5,000, yeah.
Anyway, there's one thing I noticed about this. She didn't just get these. She got 2 models. She got a male and a female. She didn't just get these people to come along and wear the watch. These guys put on some decent stuff. Like I don't know this guy's face at all, but like he has a nice coat on. He has a good belt on there and his nice jeans.
No,
right?
the setup there, the composition. I mean, that's straight out of Vogue Uomo. I mean, that is straight out of it's.
I mean, these are little
Mario Testino or David LaChapelle. Yeah. I mean, I saw these. I went, oh, wow, this is straight out of Men's Vogue. Straight out. I
mean, she has some sort of choker on or some sort of high. What is that?
Is that not just the collar on her coat?
Maybe it is. I feel like I can see some.
She wearing a Victorian collar, like cloak.
I feel like I can see some neck there, but anyway, maybe I'm wrong. But I don't know, like they match things up. Like this little sleeve here looks perfect with that watch. Doesn't it match perfectly?
Sure. It's beautiful. It looks like Izzy Miyake because he does a lot of that kind of texturing with his sewing and sleeves.
What got me was just like that. It was just so fucking easy for these Milano Italian kids just to put this together. So I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of preparation put into this, and boom, boom, boom. Everything is just on the money. This is one of my favorite shots, just like fixing the roses, like beautiful composition. I know I'm just like, whatever, just loving my kid right now.
Well, she is talented though.
She is, but yeah, she is. That's what
you'd like that if it wasn't her.
Right.
That almost looks, if you go back, almost looks Vermeer in its lighting.
It
the way she captured that.
Yeah.
Camera obscura, beautiful.
Yeah, it's like impressionist art almost, or something like that. Including the finger, by the way, the little finger.
Yeah,
looks like romance art, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, and like that girl's fingers are just a little bit ever so chubby, like the girls used to have in all those paintings. And nowadays, everybody's got all very vascular looking hands.
Right.
These are soft and nubile, like
This must be a tiny, tiny girl because that watch is pretty small. That's why I sent them out to Milan, because I mean they could never go near my wrist, and it looks pretty big on her wrist, like it's covering almost her whole wrist. She must be as small as Liddy, but just that composition there is fucking magnificent.
That's outrageous. Yeah,
I mean, it's just like art, you know. And again, yeah, the dude is wearing some nice slick stuff, you know, very cash, but perfect for the watch.
It's a great looking watch, gotta say, for that price point.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
$250, $300. Yeah. Anyway, I figured I'd just pull those up.
They're beautiful. Great job, Lydia. Beautiful.
That's our show, man.
We miss you, Michaela.
Without Michaela. Sorry for anybody who came over and just wanted to stare at Michaela and listen to Michaela talk about fashion. But she'll be back, of course, next week. She hasn't gone anywhere. She just had to deal with some personal stuff.
It happens.
Yeah.
I sent her a little text. I said I was so looking forward to you ripping the living shit out of everybody. Because she's been so aggressive lately.
Well, the two of you.
Yeah, she's just been on
fire. The Perry is once the Perry guys get going together.
And furthermore. Yeah, I actually will say this to end the Grammy thing. It was even after I wrote this vicious diatribe about the Grammy Awards and all the fakery going on. I thought it was musically, I didn't detect any of that shit going on. It was, other than the Travis Scott monotonous, I don't know what kind of music that is. And this is not a music rant. I just thought that the show was beautifully paced. It was better than I've seen it in eons. And people were less of a disgrace. And you know what?
Wow.
Onwards and upwards.
I thought you were, gumming to just rip into everyone.
It was better than it's been. The last year's was
listen,
a cacophony of shame.
I never watched the Grammys for one reason only. It's not the best album of the year. It's the album that sold the most. I had this conversation with Jerry Harrison years ago. I was like, I respect the movie industry more than the music industry in that regard, because at least even at the Oscars, which is a very commercial, it's mostly English speaking movies and so on. It's most people watching the Oscars, they know the stars, they see the stars and they want to see the stars on the red carpet. But most people out there watching, when it gets to best film, they go, who, what, what's that?
Yeah.
Because they go for the kind of highbrow stuff that doesn't get the most bums on seats. John Wick is not the Miramax. Fast and the Furious Part 7 is not winning. Terminator 58 is not winning. It's Parasite.
Avatar is not winning. Right now we left because we both think that those movies are the worst things ever made. Right, However, what are those movies? Those X-Men movies and all the Marvel universe that they said they Ragnarok that did like $1.5 billion in business, and you'll never see that at the Oscars.
You're not going to, even at the Oscars. I mean, let's not even go near Cannes. Let's not go near Leon or the BAFTAs. The Oscars is like the most commercial, the most McDonald's of the lot. And even there, you don't see it. It's kind of more highbrow. It's more to do with the art.
It's supposed to be. So
if the Grammys mentality, if the same people and the same side of the industry worked its way into the Oscars, the winner would be Avatar, it would be Terminator, It would be John Wick Part 4. They'd be the winners. And so I can't watch the fucking Grammys because I'm just like, it's just the record that sold so much. It's like the record companies are just saying thank you to their artist for earning them millions of dollars. That's what it feels like.
Right. Everybody's complaining that the chat, we don't really engage with the chats that much on this show. We do it a lot on Bashers, guys, as you know. I do want to address this because I think it'll be funny. Topes just says, at least they had hot, sexy girls this year and no transgenders. My head almost exploded watching Fantasia Barrino's dancers. Guess what, dude? They were all guys. Thank you very much.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh, Tobes. That's called tranny trick. You're not allowed to say tranny anymore, but it used to be called tranny trick because all the trannies that I used to know, they used to go out with straight guys and then, by the way, ta-da! Some of them would run for the hills and most of them didn't. So, Topester, what are we going to do with you? Join me tomorrow at 5:00.
You'll never live that one down, Toaster. You're fucked now. You're gonna have a real fun week on Bashers. If I were you, Toaster, avoid Bashers for the rest of the week. Okay, do yourself a favor.
Consulting. Oops. Oh God. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. We miss you, Michaela, because we're the Trinity. We're the sartorial sluts, and we feel like I feel like I'm gonna fall to one side without her here. For sure.
Absolutely.
Sheen and I have our own chemistry together, but when we do this show, we need you. So
yeah,
we miss you. We hope you have a great one. Yeah.
Yeah, we need the sartorials.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. See you next week, man. Good show.
Thanks.